What's up, everybody? We are back and ready for another disc golf trip. It's been a while, so let's talk about what's been going on and what we're expecting.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. So today we're going to try something new. As you can see, got footage playing as we speak. It's all raw footage, straight from the phone, unplanned, just whatever I had left on there. So enjoy the shots as I speak. It's probably not even going to be a lot of shots, but enjoy the footage. So I guess first up, man, it's been an incredibly long wait. Like maybe statistically, the longest wait in 2-off-1 history. Outside of waiting to start the 2-off-1 trips, because obviously they haven't been around that long. So I actually waited about 8 years to get them started or something. But other than that, I think this is statistically the longest wait. It has been, well, it will be a solid year since our last disc golf trip, I believe, until our next. The next one, as you saw, obviously being Colorado, the Laredo trip, Laramie, Laredo. It's going to be nice. If you didn't know, Laramie is home of one of the coldest cases in the U.S. Check it out. It's a podcast. So, yeah, like coldest case in Laramie. Anyways, that's where we're headed. Laramie, Wyoming, Denver, Colorado. And back to the point. Statistically, yeah, I mean, it's been a year. I don't think we've went a year without actually playing, real, like some kind of disc golf trip. But that's going to be the case here. And man, you can feel it. I can feel it. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. I guess the one thing I've learned from it is, like, I know how people, go insane. That whole stir crazy thing. I don't know where that really came from, but I know how it's described in the South, and that's, you stare at the walls and stuff and don't do anything and you go nuts. Yeah, that's what I'm going. Nuts. So, it can't get here soon enough. Can't wait to go. And it was honestly kind of like everybody stopped playing disc golf for a while. We hit a lull back, I don't know, even now, we started back playing on the weekends, and it's picked up the last month, but I guess for about 6-8 months, there wasn't much disc golf at all. But it's starting to come back. That part's getting better. Trying to learn how to throw again is kind of cool. But it was weird. It's weird getting back into it after being gone for so long. But you got a trip right around the corner, so you got to get ready. Which kind of probably why we weren't ready, because we had another trip right around the corner, which was the Tecumseh Trail trip, and we were kind of getting ready for that. Clearly not ready enough. The back of Rob's heels definitely weren't ready. Golly. That dude about had to have an amputation. Dutt's water storage wasn't ready, as he about had to have a dehydration, or I guess he had to have a rehydration. He almost had a dehydration. Either way, you know what I'm trying to say. And Sean, I don't know what he had to do except for I don't know, maybe hire a U-Haul Nation to help him carry those 78 pounds of backpack he brought. Either way, I struggled as well. 20 miles though, so stick it. That's what I say. But clearly that time wasn't spent playing disc golf. But we've gotten back into it, and the depression is almost over. We're going for 3 days, 2 nights And leaving out, I think, yeah, in 31 days, or as Dutt would call it, 35 days. He likes to count till you get back on the trip as to when you take off. That's a whole nother story for another podcast video. Oh yeah, before I go on about whatever I'm going to talk about next, what we're expecting, etc., I did want to mention we slung some plastic with John, Jon, and we've actually done that a couple times in preparation. I believe it's been a couple times. I don't know. I'm really bad with remembering what's going on. But I'll put up some highlights of that. I'll add that to this video here in about 30 seconds from now. But man, what to expect? First of all, one thing to expect, and I'll add this too here in a minute. You'll see it pop up at some point anyways. One thing to expect is we're going to be getting some good food from some steak place where I'm going to spend way too much on a steak. Cavalryman Steakhouse. Now, I will say this was Dutt's pick, and he knows how to treat a man right. I'm not going to lie. He's good to a fella. Also, along with the steak he's getting me, well, actually, he's not paying for my steak, but he is going to get some of them good old mountain oysters, and he's going to let me taste his mountain oysters. That's already been decided, so that's neat. Also, they got some kind of bread. I don't know what that's about. It might be on one of these pictures. Maybe not. Maybe so. I don't know, but I'm going to try it. But I believe Cavalryman, I think he's got all the goods for us on the food. And the rest of the trip expectations are all based around the disc golf. So let's see what that's about. Man, we're going to this course in Laramie. It's just an object course. So like we're going to be throwing at trash cans. There's no targets. You got cars in the way. Like, I don't know. It's going to be wild. It basically says, hey, try not to hit the cars. If you do, whatever. But yeah, we'll be throwing at statues and benches, and the benches like, hey, if somebody's sitting there, try not to hit them. But we're going to leave there, head to the town fair is the plan. That sounds fantastical. See what the people's in Laramie's about. I'm assuming boots and chaps and cowboy hats. But along with that object course, and I'm going to throw in some those videos I talked about earlier, maybe even a little Tecumseh. But we're also going to be playing Ghost Town, which is like an old mining town. That sounds amazing. Obviously nobody lives there anymore. Well, I guess not obviously. We're going to be throwing at people in Laramie. Might as well throw at some in Colorado. But yeah, Ghost Town should be spectacular. And then we're playing the #1 rated course, I think, in all of Colorado, Buck Snort, where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, there's mountain lions that live on hole 8. Good luck to you. Whew, I just had a scare. Thought I deleted the entire audio. Anywho, speaking of death-defying adventures, we're also going to be flying Frontier. That should be exciting. I'm just hoping they actually let us take our disc on the plane and don't say they're too big or something. That's been many a topic of discussion, and I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. And I'm looking forward to finding out, honestly. But yeah, the old Frontier could definitely be scary. And since we are on the topic of things that you might not understand, someone please explain this to me. Why does no one go on the weekend trips? It's me and Dutt. Every weekend trip. Alabama, Mississippi, me and Dutt. Florida, Georgia, me and Dutt. Colorado, Wyoming, it's just gonna be me and Dutt. I don't get it. We're flying out there, albeit on Frontier, for less than $150. This trip would have cost you less than $250. We got people trying to get all 50 states. We got people trying to have fun and see the world. We got people that love disc golf and sometimes only get to play 4 or 5 holes at a time and they have to go back home. We got people that moved out of the state but still want to play disc golf. But nobody wants to go play disc golf. Now we're going to be going across the world, and I can see why you'd want to partake in that adventure. I desperately want to partake in that adventure. In fact, I can't imagine the poor sap that wouldn't want to go on the Hawaii trip. You'd have to be quite the loser to turn that one down. That's going to save you so much money. It's unbelievable. But anyways, back to the present. The present, meaning gift, is 2 states, steak, fantastic fun and adventure. And everybody was like, you know what? Stick it, you and Dut. We're going to sit this one out again. I don't get it. Outside of old Robert, everybody else is off on the weekends. What's holding you back? Outside of financially, if you don't have the $250, I get it. But if you got it, where are you at? I'm confused. So it's just gonna be me and Dud again, and that's cool. We'll have us a jolly good time. Good times and one people. That's what it's all about. That's not what it's all about. It's supposed to be good times and good people. I guess it's still good people, but I'm one of the people, so that means it's gonna be good times and good person. It sounds romantic. Steak, maybe a little candlelight, flights, hostels, which apparently means hotel if you ain't got much money, but not a motel. So we'll see about that too. But yeah, that's what it means. So me and Dut going out on an adventure out to Colorado. True story. I'm pretty sure that's where Brokeback Mountain was filmed. Wyoming, Colorado, yeah, somewhere out there. Either way, that's neither here nor there. But I don't get why it's just the 2 of us. But we can make it if we try. Just the 2 of us. Dut and I. So I guess that's it. Trip coming. End of the month. I started next month, depending on how you look at it. And Colorado bound, baby. That's gonna be crazy. Like always, disc golf trip. Yay! That's fantastic,
yes.
right?
That's what we need right there.
Yeah, that's good.
Good shot, dude.